nature is anywhere, from the leaves on the trees, the cracks on the ground, the shells on the beach, and even the floors and walls of our school. Patterns surround us. These are not just patterns. It helps us understand growth, balance, and beauty. Today, let's explore the different patterns of nature that we can see in our everyday environment.
Hey everyone, today I'll be talking about symmetry in nature. Symmetry means balance when one side of an object looks exactly the same on the other side. Whether you fold it, flip it, or reflect it. Take this leaf as an example of symmetry. If you fold it along the middle, both sides looks exactly the same. This shows how mathematically shows naturally around us.
Shapes that win around on our center point. Snail shells, seashells are good examples. But we can also see patterns in sunflower seeds or even in a stairway in our school. Spirals shows growth because things keep expanding while turning around.
Cracks happen when something dries, breaks, or experiences pressure. If you look at the soil during a hot weather, you'll see lines splitting the ground. You can also see cracks on school walls, pavements, or even in an old wood. You can also see cracks from where I'm standing. It shows that nature or objects release stress by breaking in patterns.
Fractures are bigger breaks compared to cracks. For example, when a rock breaks into pieces or when glass shatters. Another example of this is this phone, because this phone is full of cracks. In this environment, we might see broken tree branches, fractured stones, or even the tiles at school that split apart. So fractures are nature's way of separating things into parts.
When bubbles come together, they form a foam. For example, foam at the beach, foam at some of the coffee or soft drinks, or even foam when washing your hands. Foam is just bubbles gathered together, creating a fluffy texture or fluffy layers. So,
Next up, tessellation. Tessellation means any shapes that fit together without leaving gaps. For example, this Rubik's Cube. When you look at the one side of a Rubik's Cube, along the grid, they fit together without leaving any gaps. And that's tessellation in action.
So what is waves? Waves are movement that goes up and down again and again. The most common example, ocean waves. But we can also see waves when the flag moves with the wind, when the grass sways, or even sound wave during science experiments. Waves show how movement moves from one place to another.
Fractals are patterns that repeat themselves in a smaller version. A good example is a tree. The bigger branches have smaller branches and even smaller twigs. Fern leaves is also a fractals because each smaller part looks like the bigger whole. Even broccoli and cauliflower has its own repeating design.
Spots are found in animals like giraffes, leopards, and ladybugs, but we can also see spots on leaves when they get damaged or around school like datted bulletin boards. So spots help animals to blend in or stand out. Also, they make the patterns look more interesting.
Stripes are lines that are repeated side by side. For example, lions and zebra use stripes to confuse predators. And at school, you'll see that stripes are everywhere. In notebook, in uniform, stripes are everywhere. They guide us, decorate things, and give a rhythm to design.
Minder means curving or winding paths. Rivers minder as they flow through land. But in our daily lives, we see minders as houses twist, or in snakes moving on the ground, or in pathways around the school. Minder shows that nature often flows in curves and, yes, not straight lines.
So those are patterns in nature. Spirals, symmetry, waves, bubbles, cracks, fracture, and we have foam, tessellation, meander, fractals, and spots and stripes. Whether in environment, animals, or even our school surroundings, patterns surrounds us that help us understand that nature has its own language, one that can see, follow, and understand.